Hello everybody, this is SuperFang99. Before we begin, please make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and click the notification bell to be notified when I post a new video. It really helps out the channel. With that in mind, today we are going to be beginning our playthrough of Return to the Path to Carcosa. York and Min did very well in our last run of the normal version of Path to Carcosa. You can watch that if you want, right over there. But today we're going to be playing Return to the Path to Carcosa just to see what is up and what is different. Alright, as I alluded, we're going to be playing with Mark Harrigan and Norman Withers. I'll go through their decks in just a moment, but before I begin, just wanted to let you know. So, as with my Return to the Dunwich Legacy campaign playthrough, I'm going to be doing minimal story things. We're trying to go through the gameplay as much as I can. So I won't be reading any of the story or flavor text unless it's something that we haven't read before or on new Return to cards, of course. And also, we're going to be trying to make as many different choices than the first playthrough as possible. So, if you know this campaign, that means that we are going as conviction as possible since last time we went doubtful. Some other things might come up, but I'll get to those when I get to those. Okay, so let's talk about our Investigator's deck. First, we have Mark Harrigan. And let's see if I can zoom in here. So we have Mark Harrigan. He is the soldier. He has 3 willpower, 2 intellect, 5 combat, and 3 agility. He's a veteran. You begin the game with Sophie in loving memory in play. As a reaction, after damage is placed on a card you control, draw a card, limit once per phase. His Elder Sign effect is +1 for each damage on Mark Harrigan. He has 9 health and 5 sanity. His deck building is pretty simple. He has deck size 30. His deck building options include Guardian cards 0 to 5, Neutral 0 to 5, and Tactics level 0. And of course he has his signatures, and then of course he has Sophie right here, which says, Mark Harrigan deck only, Sophie cannot leave play. As a free triggered ability, take a direct damage. You get +2 to your skill value for this skill test. Forced, if Mark Harrigan has 5 or more damage on him, flip Sophie to her angry side. You get -1 to all of your skills. If he ever has 4 or less damage on him, then she flips back. This is extremely good. Basically getting +2 to any single test at the cost of a direct damage is great because also we get to draw a card. So let's talk about Mark's deck. Let's start off with his weapons. He's going to be carrying some machetes, some 45 automatics, and some sledgehammers. I am playing with Edge of the Earth cards. I'm also not playing with Taboo, if you're curious. Hopefully these 6 weapons should be able to carry us through the early game, and I have a surprise for what weapon we'll be getting later on. So for now, those will do. Here are our allies. We're going to have 2 beat cops and 2 guard dogs. They're both really good in Mark, obviously. Beat cop because, you know, combat is good. And guard dog because when you put damage on it, it fights back. And also we'd be able to draw a card. Beat cops hopefully we'll be able to upgrade as soon as we can. Alright, and our last assets are 2 true grits. Hopefully to keep Norman safe as well as to generate some more card draw. Moving on to our events. We have 2 prepared for the worst to find our weapons. Some economy cards. We have 2 emergency caches and 2 stand togethers. We have 2 copies of Emergency Aid. This is pretty good in Mark, obviously, because healing 2 damage is going to be super useful to get more of his ability going off. We also have 2 evidences. These are always pretty standard in Guardians that I play in 2-handed solo, just because it's always nice in 2-handed to be able to get clues from your Guardian. Skills, we have 2 Vicious Blows, of course. And then we also have 2 Inspiring Presences. This one is hopefully either going to be for the guard dog or for our upgraded beat cop at some point, because readying that beat cop readying the beat cop is going to be good. All right, and as I said, Mark has access to some tactics. Now, I don't actually have a lot of the really good tactics. For example, Act of Desperation, Practice Makes Perfect, stuff like that. So for now, we're going to deal with some movement tech, basically. So 2 shortcuts and these 2 elusives. And of course, these are his signatures. All right, so that is the Mark Harrigan deck. Let's move on to Mr. Norman Withers. He's the astronomer with 4 willpower, 5 intellect, 2 combat, and 1 agility. He is Miskatonic traded. Play with the top card of your deck revealed. Once per round, you may play the top card of your deck as if it were in your hand at -1 resource cost. Really, really good ability. Forced, after a weakness is revealed while on the top of your deck, draw it. That one's pretty rough. His Elder Sign is +X. You may swap the top card of your deck with the card in your hand. X is the resource cost of the top card of your deck. He has 6 health and 8 sanity. And he is, of course, an Edge of the Earth Investigator. So he gets Seeker cards level 0, Mystic cards level 1 to 5, neutrals, of course, and up to 5 other Mystic cards level 0. And, of course, he has the signatures. So let's talk about his deck. His main ally is going to be Mr. Jeremiah Kirby. He's really, really good, especially because we get to look at we know the top card of his deck, and therefore its resource cost, so we know what to name. Albeit, in this deck, I think it's mostly going to be even number cards, so we'll see. We also have 2 Resource Librarians. This one is specifically to find his signature card, the Livre des Bons, and as well, we're going to put in some Astronomical Atlas in Norman as well at a certain point, so that'll be good for those. Of course, we have 2 Magnifying Glasses, solid level 0 Seeker card. We have 2 Arcane Enlightenments, which are good. This is going to be useful to be able to hold the Livre and an Astronomical and something else, because it can hold tomes for us. All right, on to events. We're going to put in 2 Cryptic Writings. That's going to be our resource generation. It'll be pretty simple to draw these during our turn, so we can play them for free. We have 2 Working a Hunches for some extra clue gathering, and we have 2 Mind Over Matters just in case. On to skills, we have 2 Deductions, of course. We have 2 Eurekas. These should be pretty good, searching out cards that we want. We have 1 Inquiring Mind. Neutral skills, we have 2 Perceptions, 2 Guts, and 2 Unexpected Courages. If you're wondering why I'm going so skill heavy, it's because eventually this is going to become an Astronomical Atlas, and also the Livre des Bons can help us alleviate the skills being on the top of our deck, etc. All right, as for our 5 level 0 Mystic cards, we have 1 copy of St. Hubert's Key. It has both of the stats that we want, so that's good. We have 2 Drawn to the Flames, and we have 2 Water Protections. These Water Protections, I'm honestly a little sad I had to put these in, because eventually I want to upgrade them to the level 2 versions, but that'll have to do. And then, of course, these are our signatures. Okay, so with that in mind, we need to go get some random basic weaknesses. All right, so I have my trusty calculator here. I have counted. We have 31 unique weaknesses that we're going to draw. So let's choose one for Mark first. I'm going to press this button. Oh, 31. That's the last one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. We skipped that one. 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26. 27, 28, 29, 30, 31. So he has a copy of the Devil, which is a little annoying, but I think that should be manageable. All right, let's do that now for Norman. Resetting our counts. 7. Okay. 7 is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. A Silver Twilight Acolyte. Ooh, that's a bit rough. Ooh, that's going to be bad if we draw that during our turn. Well, we'll have to live with that. All right, I'm going to go sleep those up. And here we are. So, again, we're playing on standard difficulty. So we have a +1, 2 zeros, 3 -1s, 2 -2s, a -3, -4, 3 skulls, Elder Sign, and auto fail. Let's get those in here in the bag. All right, here is the Return to pamphlet. There's nothing actually in here that we need to reference other than the different symbols. This is like ultimatums and stuff, but otherwise this should be good to go. And I think that means that we are all ready after the prologue, and we'll be ready to begin. Next time, we'll start with Scenario 1, Curtain Call. If you like this video, please make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and click the notification bell to be notified when I post a new video. It really helps out the channel. This has been SuperFang99, signing off.